Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for being so patient for my second video. I I filmed a lot of these actually, and none of them were very good, so I'll just keep trying. So I have something special today. I am in the process of creating a brand with my mother called Splash Madison. It's going to be a lifestyle brand, and we're in the product testing period. One of the things we've been working on are different travel cases and makeup bags, toiletry bags. This is one of the product samples, and we're very excited because we're in the final stages of, development. And so in this video, there's going to be a giveaway of some of these bags. This is my own personal fabric. The giveaway pieces are going to be slightly different, but I'm very excited. They'll have our logo and everything. And so the details for the giveaway will be down below in the description box. So definitely check that out. It'll be really simple. And for any of you fans in the US, you're all eligible to win one of these, and we'll send those out as soon as possible. They come in different sizes, different colors, and we're really excited. We hope whoever receives them will absolutely love them and spread the word of our brand. So it's a Sunday for me, kind of a lazy day, but it gives me time to film this for you guys, and I wanted to do an updated video. So in the past month, since my first video, I've actually replaced several of my go-to daily makeup products. I was sent a few things from NudeStix, and I also purchased an order from Ulta, and I found a lot of new favorites. So I felt inspired to just come here, share those products with you guys, especially with the holidays coming. If you're looking for recommendations of what to buy for loved ones, or even what to put in your own stocking, I hope you enjoy, and let's get right to it. So one of the things I love about these bags is we wanted to make them very big. So here I have one of the Morphe palettes. It is the Artistry palette, and it has, I believe, 35 colors inside. Big palette, and it fits perfectly within the pouch, which I really love. It makes traveling with these palettes a little bit easier, more comfortable, and there's a little bit of kind of padding, so it protects the palette when you pack it. So it's actually really warm in my apartment. I have the heat on, so this sweater with the camera light is a little bit warm. I'm going to go put on a t-shirt. So one of the things that I was sent was this Bite Beauty Agave lip mask. This is their candy cane flavor, which I believe is limited edition, only for the holidays. And I love putting this on in the morning or at night before I sleep. It's like, for me, it's more moist, I can't say that. It's more moisturizing, wow, more moisturizing than a lip balm, but tastes delicious. Like if you lick your lips, it's like you're eating a candy cane. So I love that. It's got a really nice thick consistency. So I put this on a lot of the times in the morning before I do my makeup, so that by the time I put on some lip product, my lips are nice. So I think this is the full size of the lip mask in Candy Cane. It's my personal favorite flavor, but they do also come in a little tin that has the natural maple flavor and the Candy Cane, and I believe that's for holiday. But I think this makes a really great stocking stuffer or just a little present for a friend, nothing too expensive, and I promise they'll love it. So I'm going to start with some base products. My skin is quite dry, so I like to really moisturize. I'm going to start with MAC Strobe Cream in Pinklite, and kind of just rub that all over my face, but more concentrated on the perimeter of my face. And then I'm going to use the MAC Prep and Prime. I find that this is a nice texture for me because it's not just a moisturizer, but it doesn't give me like that silicone feel. I'm not a big fan of silicone primers, but then something like, I tried the primerizer because Alana uses it, and I really wanted to like it because I like her. But every time I've used it, I get a breakout, so that one's not for me. And the Prep and Prime seems to do really well. I basically put it through my T-zone, around my nose, you know, and keep the strobe cream by itself on the outside. Now, I've been loving the Glossier Skin Tint. That's not changing, I don't think. I feel like it's one of my favorite like day-to-day training makeup staples because it is so sheer. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually start with concealer. Usually with the Skin Tint, I use it kind of as like a blending agent of my concealer. So I'm going to take the Glossier Stretch Concealer, which is beautiful. I've even used this kind of buffed all over my face as a foundation because it is such an emollient texture. You're able to really use that for your whole face if you wanted kind of that Glossier skin look but more coverage. I have done that. But this, as you can see, is the Hourglass, let me see, Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Volume 4. It's the holiday palette. This was, you know, my big holiday gift to myself. And I really like it. I've never used any of the Hourglass powders before. And I've been really enjoying it. And I like the big mirror inside. That helps. It's a nice palette to travel with. I recently went home. And I really like that you have a palette kind of with all of your face powders inside and a mirror, because it just takes down on the individual items that you have to bring. So I'm going to put just a little bit of that concealer under my eyes and through my T-zone, and then I'm going to take my Glossier Skin Tint and basically put it everywhere. I feel like you could cover your face in this and it would never look like you're wearing makeup. And surprisingly, it lasts a while. I've been using it off and on like more than 6 months, and there's still a fair amount in there, so I find it surprising how long it lasts. So I like to spread around my foundations, usually with a foundation brush, to kind of just disperse the product as I'd like, and then to get a really nice finish, then I pounce it with a beauty blender. Let's see, I think that's fine. I don't want to have too much coverage, especially because I'm going to powder using this, especially because I'm going to powder using the Ambient Lighting palette. So, let's see, before I powder, so one of my new favorite products was sent to me by NudeStix, and this is the Bondi Bay all over face color. And the first day that I got this, I kind of like drew it on my face, and I felt like I went orange really quickly. So I didn't touch it for a few days. And then the next time I applied it, I just took it with a brush. And for me, that works a lot better. I think it's, you know, for my particular skin tone, which is like light, medium, neutral. And even sometimes more to the cool side. I feel like it's a little bit warm toned for me to just draw it on. It gets really intense. But when I just really take a light amount on my brush and use it that way, I really like it. I'm hoping this doesn't look super orange in the camera. Sometimes with this beauty light, things look a little bit more more true to color, and in reality you don't always see that depending on the lighting in your apartment, or you know, it's like when you do your makeup and you feel flawless and then you go in the car mirror, the one that flips down. So lately I've been really liking using multiple products for the same thing. Like I like using this creamy NudeStix Bondi for the first layer of my bronzer, just to warm up the skin, but like with a cream product. And then I also like going over them with powder. And I know you're not going to do that every day, because, you know, you don't always have time to use multiple products. It's usually pretty quick, but I like to do this. I feel like it looks really natural, and that's a good one as well. Now, this has been my pretty much everyday blush since I got it. I purchased it from Ulta. It's the Flower Beauty Blush Balm Color Drops for Color Drops for Cheeks, and this is the color Pinched. I'm pretty sure I saw this on Ali Glein's YouTube for the first time, and when she used it she really loved it, so I decided to try it. They have a sale right now because as I'm filming this, it's the weekend of Black Friday. They're already really affordable, but I think probably around the holidays Ulta will have more and more sales. So definitely check these out. This one is kind of like just a really natural, soft pink, and I really like it. I feel like it gives like a really beautiful sheen to the skin. But they have multiple shades, 4 or 5 I think. So I ordered more for the holidays. Next I'll show you 2 of my favorite highlighters. This is the Hourglass Champagne Flash Vanish Stick. I know that this is like a little bit pricey, but this is honestly one of my favorite highlighters. It's so beautiful. For my skin tone, I feel like it's just like the perfect color. And I feel like using the stick formula is so easy and quick for a day-to-day basis. So I put a little bit on the areas that I would like, and then I just dab it out with my finger. I hope you can see this with the light and on camera. It's just like a really beautiful highlight. It's definitely noticeable. It's not particularly natural or subtle, and yet it's not like a streak. I think that's what I like about using cream products. I also really like this Ciate Dewy Sticks. I don't know if it comes in different colors, but this one's called Glow, and I'm pretty sure it's just clear. It's like, it looks like it's Vaseline, and it kind of has like a tacky texture that never dries down. So when I use this, I use it at the end when I've fully done my makeup. So now I'm going to go into Diffused Light, this upper center shade, It's the lightest one in the palette, and I'm just going to go and set my under eyes, over my eyelids, and then through the center of my face. I know I already put my highlight on, and I don't always do it in this order, but I find that the Hourglass products are so beautiful that even creams on top of powders or putting a powder on top of like a cream highlight doesn't grab weird. I'm then going to take, this one is, oh, maybe I should do that. I'm going to take Dim Light here, the first shade in the palette. And I'm just going to take that on a big fluffy face brush and just very lightly dust over my face. So I'm going to go into the bronzer in this palette, Bronze Light. And I really like that these all have that marbled pearlescent color through them. I've heard that the amount of pearlescence can change from like compact to compact, and I can't speak to that because I've never had any of these powders. So I don't know if that's true, that like once you'll get one that's very, very bronze and once you'll get one that's more pearlescent. I think that would be unfortunate if that's the case. And now while I'm still in the bronzer, I'm just going to take a big fluffy brush and put that all through my crease. I feel like this is just a beautiful way to minimize the steps and create a crease color that matches perfectly with the base of your makeup. So, quick little step to do there. Now I'm going to take my blush brush, and I'm actually, let's see, today maybe I'm going to use this center shade that's a little bit more coral. It is the blush in Luminous Glow, and if I'm not wrong, this is kind of one of their more favorite blush colors. They have many to choose from, and I find Hourglass to be one of those lines that I've never purchased much of their product, but mainly because when I go to pick out what color I want them all, and so I can never choose. So I feel like that's why maybe these edits are so popular, because it kind of lets you try many things and chooses for you in a way. So lately I've been going back to using my Eyebrow from Benefit and using this in my bottom waterline. I've been really liking the effect of doing more of a liner on my top lashes and using this lighter in my lower waterline and not too much eyeshadow on the bottom. It kind of opens up my eye, I feel like. So I take that a little bit into the inner corner on my lower waterline. And then I like to do this step before I do my brows, actually, because I like to kind of put it on there and then diffuse it with my finger. And I don't want to kind of smudge up my brows, and I don't usually take the time to like cut my brows with a concealer or anything. So I feel like this is an easier and more natural look. And sometimes even if I really don't want it to be detectable, I take my beauty blender and pounce over it, and then it really just looks like a slightly brighter skin tone there, so that kind of helps to open the eye and not look like I'm too made up. Now, this is basically the product that inspired me to make a new video. This is the NudeStix Eyebrow Stylus Pencil and Gel. And I don't know, I used this the very first time and I fell in love, and I feel like I haven't heard that many people talking about this product. This one is in the shade Dirty Blonde. And I also feel like for me, like this is one of the few products that really gets my brow color correct, because I find that brown doesn't match mine, but often that kind of like light blonde taupey color doesn't show up enough for me to really do what I need to do, because essentially I grow half of an eyebrow and this whole outer portion I really have to help it out. So if it's too light, it doesn't really do the job. So I don't know, for me this is basically my all-time favorite brow gel. So I don't know how new this product is, but I can't believe I haven't heard more people talking about it. And if you're interested in trying a new brow product, I definitely recommend this. So I'm going to take this Morphe palette. This is my first Morphe palette and I quite like it. It's nice. This is the Artistry palette. I got this one at Ulta. And if I'm not wrong, it might be an Ulta exclusive. So I'm going to take, I think this one, the second one on the top, and use that as an inner corner and brow bone highlight. Wow. That was light. So sometimes when I put on an eyeshadow that's a little bit more frosted than I was expecting, I'll just take my foundation brush and go over it, and I find that takes away some of the kind of foiled effect. Okay, now I'm going to just kind of smoke out the crease and the bottom lash line. I think I'm going to take this very center shade. It's kind of a more orangey nude brown. So good at describing colors. And I know that it comes with a little insert with the shade names, but I quickly threw that away. So. I found that the colors in here blend quite nicely. I haven't had any problems, and honestly for the price point, you know, I find that some of the palettes, like from Morphe, when they're so big and it's just like the warm tone palette, for me there's a lot of shades that are very similar. But with something like this, like the Artistry palette, or you know, now with James Charles palette or anything, when there's a lot of variety, I really like it, because you know, I might not spend a lot of money on, you know, the electric blue or teal or even like amethyst, because how often am I going to wear it? But in this setting, like I used one of these, well, these two bright blue shades for an ice show, and they worked so beautifully. So for me, that's a great way to kind of get more bang for your buck. So I really like that tone. I'm going to now kind of further smoke out the lash line with this chocolate magnetic matte eye color from NudeStix. Another super easy eye makeup tool. I feel like NudeStix has done a really great job like creating products that look like they stand up to other full glam products, but they're in a really easy to use and quick to use packaging. I don't know, for me, like, eye crayons are really hit or miss. There are some great ones, but most of the great ones I found are very expensive. So because I want to be like Alana, because she's cool, I took the chocolate NudeStix eye color pen and I warmed it up on the back of my hand. I find that that works well. And took an angled brush and I'm just going to kind of create a little bit more structure to my eyeliner, doing a very light wing. I feel like this works so well for blondes because when I do a wing, I have to do like a full black eyeliner wing. I feel like it really intensifies the look because, you know, I have blonde hair and lighter skin and I feel like it's very bold, whereas somebody with darker hair, like they can wear, I feel like they can wear a bold eyeliner and it looks, you know, more in place for them. This kind of muted eyeliner, yet being a little bit more structured, I really like it. So thanks, Alana. So I don't know if you can see, but I feel like it just gives like a little bit of cat eye effect. And then when you put the lashes on, you're not really going to be able to see too much of that wing, but it kind of gives like a nice shadow. Like my eyelashes are going to be like extra long. Now this, the Superhero It Cosmetics mascara. I love this mascara. I tried it in one of the little Sephora favorites mini size bundles, and this was my favorite one. So I ordered this. I know that during the Black Friday sale they had a big deal on these at Ulta, so maybe coming close to Christmas, check it out because they had a sale where these were only $10 a piece, which is quite a big discount. And I absolutely love this mascara. So my mascara is done. Basically everything's all set. One of the last steps, a little bit of a lip. I generally go with something nude since I'm doing a lot of physical activity every day, and with a partner it's not great to always be getting lipstick on him. He doesn't always appreciate that. So this is one of my favorites from NudeStix. It is their Intense Matte Lip and Cheek Pencil in the color Purity. And I feel like this is like my perfect nude shade for kind of that like trendier cool tone lip, because it quickly goes the wrong way, right? It like, you go from pink to nude and then all of a sudden you're dead. So this is kind of a really good middle ground for me. I like this especially when I have that Bite Beauty mask. There's still like a little bit of that texture there, and it makes it a little bit more balmy. So let's just go in. So this is the color I've worn many times on the ice. I find that it looks really great. It's dark enough that you can see it from a distance, but still that neutral tone. So I'm a big fan. And I feel like there's something about it that like, it's one of those colors that doesn't make your teeth look more yellow, which is appreciated. So usually at the end of my makeup, I'll just look in the mirror, pat around with my beauty blender, make sure everything's looking all right. Now just for fun, because I mentioned it, I'll put some of this Dewy Sticks from Ciate just over my like cheekbone area, and you'll see how kind of wet reflective this is. Now I really like this because at the end of the day, like, I'm exercising and we have that kind of sweaty glossy sheen anyways. But if you want like a matte makeup or a makeup that won't transfer or that will really settle down, like, this is not it. Like, it's never, my face will be tacky all day when I'm wearing this, but I actually quite like that, especially in the winter months when you can get so dry outside. So I'm a fan. Again, you can always just beauty blender it, and that kind of helps take away that very intense glossy shine. But alright, well, I think that is my Sunday makeup done. Thank you guys for watching. Nova's ready for me to go play with her instead of filming. So thank you for watching. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. I'll put my Instagram handle and Twitter handle down below. Feel free to follow me there as well. And check the description box for the way to win the giveaway of the very first Splash Madison products. And I wish you all a very happy December.